The movie that I have been anticipating for over 2 years has finally arrived. In this review, I'm going to be diving into the Mario Galaxy movie to see if this sequel improves upon the original or fails to meet expectations. Now let me get straight to my thoughts. This was a super fun and fantastic film. It consisted of a lot of cool stuff and yeah, I know I'm pretty biased. I knew I was going to enjoy this movie, but I do have a few minor and major problems with this film which I'll talk about soon. But starting out with the good stuff. Man, this film had a bunch of action along with a bunch of comedy, an element that I love. The plot of the Mario movie sequel is Bowser Jr. simply wanting his father back, so that they can take over and destroy the galaxy by using the source and cosmos power of Rosalina, the mother of the Lumas. Meanwhile, Mario and Luigi are in a sand desert world, where they find Yoshi, a dinosaur that was actually connected to the post-credit scenes of the first film. The Mushroom Kingdom is celebrating Princess Peach's birthday when a Luma unexpectedly appears and states Rosalina is kidnapped by Bowser Jr. Peach and Toad set out on a mission to find her. In the meantime, Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi are taking care of the Mushroom Kingdom while Peach and Toad are away. Things only get worse when Bowser Jr. comes to the kingdom ordering his shrunk father back.
I'm Bowser Jr., and I'm gonna be taking my father now!
Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi escape and search for Peach and Toad alongside Bowser, who became a better turtle. And I liked how a little before the climax of the film, all the conflicts and missions clashed together to create an epic, extremely cinematic film, which I loved. There was Yoshi, Mario, Luigi, Bowser in search for Peach and Toad. There was Peach and Toad trying to find and rescue Rosalina. And there was Rosalina trapped with Bowser Jr. And that's when it all comes together. Man, what the heck? There was so much. But unfortunately, that's where my issues come in. Too much. While I actually loved to see how they did a lot of stuff and added a lot of video game references, they literally did this all within only 95 minutes. Which simply means, yeah, this movie was extremely rushed. Come on, there was a bunch of added characters, which includes Yoshi, King Wart, Birdo, Mouser, Rosalina, Bowser Jr., the Lumas, Fox McCloud, the Shrunken Mario and Luigi, and then we have the Galaxy Worlds. There was a lot that they delved into. Not even saying that there was a lot of added side stories, including Bowser Jr.'s backstory, Princess Peach's backstory, and Bowser in his tiny castle. And I loved how all of these made a phenomenal epic clash at the middle to end of the film, but still. If you're making a movie with a ton of video game references, characters, and side stories, all in less than 100 minutes, then yeah. It's gonna feel really fast and rushed. If only this movie was 15 minutes longer. Another one of my critics about the Mario Galaxy movie is that not only was the overall movie rushed, but the climax and ending especially. When the movie finished, I was like, wait, what? That's it? I thought there was gonna be a better finale because a lot of characters during the end were just forgotten. Even though there was a lot of stuff for this movie, the ending felt a bit empty and really quick. That is one major problem I have with the Mario Galaxy film. But still, even though this movie had poor pacing, I had a huge blast at the movie theater. I loved the story for this movie, all the fun references and elements, the comedy.
Who is this?
Yoshi.
Come on!
So some dinosaur just shows up and he's now part of the group. Cool.
The extreme action-packed story, and the nostalgic Mario feel the film delivered. There is a lot to talk about for this category, so let's go over the general characters. First of all, Mario himself. He was much more developed from the first movie and he was fun. Next, Luigi. Yeah, while he didn't play that big of a role, he was, just like Mario, a lot more developed from the first film. There was Yoshi, which was probably my absolute favorite character in this film. He was so cute and funny, and he definitely lived up to my expectations. There was Princess Peach, just as good as she was in the first film. I especially loved how they added the backstory for her and where she was from, something that was unfinished from the previous film. Though they did rush that part out and they made it feel like it was very useless to the story, despite it being one of my favorite parts of the movie. There was Toad, also just as great as he was in the first film. My only confusion was that he was forgotten during the climax, and the movie completely forgot about him. There was Bowser Jr., a villain that I loved. I mean, while I liked him, I did wish he'd have a better goal in the film rather than just destroying the galaxy. There was Bowser, who was quite developed from the first movie, and I liked his transition of becoming a good guy to a bad guy throughout the story. Lastly, we have Rosalina, and well, I was pretty disappointed with this character. Really just because she got a really limited screen time. She was captured by Bowser Jr., so that would affect her potential as a character. But still, I really wish she'd have simply more screen time. Despite that though, she was a good character. There was also a bunch of other characters like King War, Birdo, and Fox McCloud, which I do not know why the heck they added him. He wasn't even that necessary to the plotline, but yeah, I enjoyed all these video game based characters. And what I loved the most about them is how they were separated for part of the film and then clashed all together in one big group for the climax. Like lots of animated movies nowadays, there is so much realism, cartoony spirit, and vibrance to the animation. I liked how everything was 3D, but still kept the good old video game spirit. But what I especially liked about the animation is that it was vibrant. Sometimes you can notice shots that are so breathtaking, you're like, man, this animation is unreal. All the background settings and characters gave a really vibrant and color-popping feel to it. And compared to the first movie's animation, it didn't evolve that much, considering the sequel came out just 3 years after the first. I also loved how Illumination gave the characters the Nintendo video game feel, but also kept it their own style. Comparing a couple of these characters to the video games, there's a perfect game-to-movie evolution. All in all, I think the Mario Galaxy movie had outstanding, color-popping, and vibrant animation, and honestly one of the best Illumination has done. All in all, I had quite a huge blast watching this all-new Mario movie, but did it live up to the original? I would say it was just as good as the original. I didn't expect it to top the Super Mario Bros. Movie by a slight edge, but because of the pacing, it didn't go as far as I thought it would. The second movie was still good though because of the lots of characters and worlds. While the first movie relied heavily on Easter egg references, the sequel managed to do a little of its own things. As for the critics, yeah, it didn't go too far. It actually got less than 45% on Tomato Meter and less than 7 for 10 on IMDb. I'm guessing only Mario fans would like this film. Oh, by the way, shout out to the whole entire cast crew for making this movie, cause man, they did a fantastic and phenomenal job here. My overall score on the Mario Galaxy movie is a solid 8.4. Yeah, this movie has quite a few major issues like the overwhelming amount of stuff and characters in the short runtime, and the lack of Rosalina's screen time. But the fun references, the amazing characters, the vibrant animation, and the overall feeling fantastic fun made it all worthwhile, and definitely met expectations. And by the way, thank you all so much if you joined me on the journey throughout all these videos on the Mario movie sequel. From the announcement teaser to this review that I'm doing right now, I had a fantastic fun talking about the Super Mario Galaxy movie.